right, it's game day 2.
We want to get a couple kills, play some placement. Don't know how Storm Point's gonna go. Pretty even spread, you know. We're gonna try to kill Agate.
I should have brought you a book. I have a few books that I haven't read yet that I'm probably.
What do you guys think of the puppy?
My stomach hurts and I'm dying.
He's gotta go potty.
There you go. Which store?
He got the bag.
You ready to go into Fortress? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Why don't you stay right here?
It's okay.
Would you rather be in middle school for the rest of your life or high school for the rest of your life?
High school is the life.
High school fun show.
Buy him another one.
You already did that.
Yeah, buy him another one. Buy him another one. To make up for this one that he purchased me, because he has that one. What's up?
Take my stuff. I gotta. Well, actually, don't take it. Guard.
Guard it? I'm guarding. Thank you.
This monster is giving me life right now. It's gonna give me the energy I need to really stick it to him in the game.
Look at, but they're right over there, the enemy. The enemy is close, my child. You must keep your voice down.
I'm gonna show him what's up.
Speech.
I could probably give him
Go to the restroom before we go over.
Oh yeah, you should.
This is the same gun that Somebody stop him.
Oh, it's yeah, he's always got to go back after.
I'll watch him have to yell up at the guy.
This is what happened.
He's trying.
Oh God. Today, we take on adversity. We will take on the enemy. But we shall not cower. We shall not run. We will stand with our brothers. We will fight. We will come. We will overcome. We will be things like this.
Mr. Beast.
He said Mozambique.
Oh my God. I said you've had your time during the day. You've had his time.
You had your time.
Yeah. Get him out. Get Biden out of there.
Donuts, we got all the good stuff. Plus we have pretzels, nachos, chips, and donuts. So anything you need, come over here.
You got your hand in there.
So you can win. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Well,
I told him, I was like, go into the...
We're gonna land cave, we're taking the car, and we're doing the same plan, but we're just not
Doug, get out of the way.
on Agate.
Take unmatched. The fact that you can have such consistent firing with most guns and not have to worry about recoil nerfs or buffs as often as other games, it really allows for a lot more setup options for a lot of teams.
Right. You know, one thing I've definitely noticed right off the rip here, Noah, is that a lot of these teams are being a lot more conservative with how they're playing. Yesterday, we were seeing contest after contest. Usually by the Ring 1 closure, we had about maybe 3 or 4 teams that were eliminated. But up until now, we've only had 1 elimination. I don't know. I think that's another one going down in the kill feed. But I'm really not sure here, Noah, if maybe teams are going to want to take a fight here anytime soon between Rings 1 and 2.
It seems a lot of teams are really, as you're saying, wanting to back down a little. They're not wanting to take these fights, risking the lack of Evo gain for, I think, conservation of ammo. But then why would they try to conserve ammo when there's spiders, there's prowlers? You can get a bunch of ammo from them.
You know, talking about Evo, pretty much for everyone in the audience here, with the shield system here in the game, you're able to gain points towards your Evo through killing you know, environmental enemies such as the spiders, the wolves on the map, and even just dealing damage. But there's also the Evo harvesters that contribute 350 points to your overall Evo gain, which is absolutely huge. I think on white armor, that would almost instantly put you on to
It's blue. An instant, I think, blue for the entire team.
Almost exactly.
But the big thing is, when you think about it, right, the big thing when it comes down to Evo is also care package Evo harvesters. They can give a much bigger amount, instantly taking somebody that might be like a quarter of the way on purple straight to a red.
You know, that's actually a really, really good point here, Noah. I think the teams that are going to be playing Lifeline, if they're able to capitalize off of their Evo gain, somehow make their way over to blue or even purple, they could really, really rapidly, almost in the mid-game, get up to red armor, and you would almost have a tank. So capitalizing off of that Evo, especially if you're playing zone where you may not be taking as many fights or looting as much as you would maybe like to, is going to be really essential for the teams running Lifeline here.
Yeah, I think I saw a Gibby just a few seconds ago. I think I saw a Gibby, a Wraith, and a Bangalore composition. More defensive, more, you know, laid back, trying to play those, you know, rat plays. Nothing wrong with that, as I'm keeping saying.
Now this Bangalore is going to be heavily caught out of the position here. Definitely needed to capitalize a little bit on the smokes. Needed to use a little bit more of the abilities here that is happening here in this crypto. Just going to back up, take their time. I don't know if they have batteries or maybe cells, but they're definitely going to be, you know, taking it tranquil. They don't want to get too aggressive here. And Team 11 eliminated.
Yeah, Team 11 going down. Team 20. This is the team I wanted to point out. It was a Rampart. That's who it was. It was not a crypto, or it was not I think a Lifeline is what I said. It was a Rampart. Rampart is going to be extremely important, especially if you're playing that crypto like they were. Crypto's halfway through purple. Playing crypto as a front line is impressive.
Most definitely. Now we are going to be seeing the teams converging here onto Jurassic Park. All the teams everyone that needed to walk in is now walking in. This Bangalore is being absolutely rained upon with different missiles. Hopefully they can take it easy, stabilize. And unfortunately, that's going to be the Rolling Thunder that's going to knock out Bangalore. This Gibby is going to have to hit the res, and with the bubble already expended, I don't know how easy that reset is going to be.
I think they used their own Rolling Thunder and accidentally ran through it a little bit too much. Because I saw them throw the flare down, and I was going to yell Rolling Thunder, and then they went down.
Unfortunate. This Wraith here, caught between a rock and a hard place. Once again, you know, this crossfire.
Oh, and yes, we do see the trio, the crypto, the Rampart, and I think my brain is lagging again. you know who I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Ash, the Ash. Crypto is droning. Does crypto have ult though? Is the question.
Well, I think as Ring is going to be closing here, this Rampart team is definitely outside of Ring. They're going to have to move, yeah, I think they're outside of Ring at this moment. They're just barely outside Noah, and what that means is that this Rampart is either going to have to pack up their walls and move to a new position, or move into that left area with the dead trees.
But we might see the Ash Blade.
They're going in for the fight.
The Rift Blade and the Ash Snare. What do you think the play is? There's a Caustic. I didn't know there was Caustic in this line.
Definitely unconventional, but we're going to be seeing a confrontation here. Both members on red, but that...
Do we see the solo player that is left, his teammate? Does he defend him? Oh, he does get a knock! Oh, no, wait, that was the whole team went down. I thought he was going to get the opponent. He dropped down off roof to deal with the other teammate at full red Evo, which was the mistake he made. He should have just pursued the other guy. It happens though. We make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. Okay.
Oh, most definitely. I don't think the drop down was probably the move there. You left your
Yeah.
teammate there just kind of fending for themselves.
Well, he dropped down the moment his teammate went down, so it was like it was
What
a
can you
darned
really
if you do, darned if you don't situation.
Most definitely. Now, oh,
Crypto!
Crypto!
My boy, please get up. The only issue with playing Crypto as a front line, you have to deal with that. Oh, he's. So, this is we see a good rat setup right now. So, like, what do you think is the play here with this rat setup?
Well, honestly, going into this last ring here, I think this is going to be final ring closure, and it looks like it's going to actually be advantageous for Team 7. The Crypto team that is actually in that small building is going to have to be the first team to move out. Remember, we still have that Rat Wraith that's over on those on that silo.
They are still kicking. Oh my lord! I didn't think anybody noticed. Real fast, I just want to say, I'm hearing that we're about to reach 2,000 subscribers for XP League. So if you're out there, come on, hit that subscribe button, folks.
Hey.
If you want more amazing, Apex, Valorant, Fortnite content, you gotta hit that, especially with all these competitive teams.
And it lets us know that, hey, doing this for the kids, putting on these events is just, we want to support them. We want to give them the opportunity and the platform to experience that LAN event, that
100%.
professional dream. Now, going back into the gameplay here, I definitely think that the Conduit and the Valkyrie is going to be the best position here. We're going to be seeing ring closing in about 5 seconds here. And right now, this Wraith, all they really got to do is just inconvenience one team or the other. If I were the Wraith, I would try to deal some pot shots, some damage.
Well, we still have the trio team. We have the Wraith, and then we have the duo up top. The Valk missiles, I'm going to be honest, aren't going to do enough, especially on this position on Rock.
Most
I'm
definitely.
going to disagree with you that the Valk and Conduit have the best positioning.
I think so, too. I didn't see that Rock
They
there.
have Rock. No matter what Conduit does, Rock is most important.
And they're going to be walking in here. This Crypto is also going to be dropping the EMP. And both it's going to be a confrontation. Whoever can get the knock first. And you're going to be seeing the Wraith coming in on the side.
Oh, the Wraith. wait. Wraith is still alive.
Wraith is still alive.
Did we see the 1v3 legend? No. Not the 1v3. The dream did not happen.
And we're going to have Team 20 as your champion.
The EMP didn't target the Wraith. The Wraith still had full tag, full abilities, could have probably Wraith portaled around and snuck behind. But in the heat of the moment, you're like, I'm getting pushed. I got to do something.
Right.
That was class. Team 20 taking it.
Solid stuff. Solid stuff.
Solid.
Team 20. Most definitely. And now it's a little bit of a difficult situation because with mod on its own, there's not enough loot for a full team.
Yeah.
But what you can definitely get is upgraded weapons, tier 2, tier 3, right off the rip.
Oh, 100%. And that's why it's so good. That's why you see a lot of teams dropping it so consistently. Big mod by itself doesn't, like you said, doesn't have the loot, but those upgrades. And then with stacks right nearby, you can finish up your loot pool. And another area I would say is at Thermal Center, because nobody wants to drop there really due to the lava and just that damage, unless you're running Fuse.
Well, there's definitely going to be a little bit of a trend here, and it's the fact that we're going to be seeing a north zone. So this is the last World's Edge map that we're going to be having today. And with this northern zone, I'm thinking it might be pulling towards the area next to Landslide. So Landslide was the previous location for a train station. Rest in peace, train station. Used to be a phenomenal POI. I loved getting on that train, but man, Landslide is entirely different, and we're going to be Team 17 eliminated.
Already?
Unfortunate.
Wow. This is the map that really brings out the competitiveness.
Team 1 is going to be trying to get back. Another confrontation here between Team 19 and yet another team over here towards Mirage Voyage. This Revenant trying to capitalize off of the fact that there was big damage, and that's going to be the Havoc shooting a bird out of the air.
Just a sky shot out of nowhere, man.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no!
Oh,
the
no!
melee! The melee missed?
Doesn't connect, but that doesn't really matter because the teammates are going to be following up. Now we just need to know where the third is on that team, and that's going to be 2 knocks onto whoever that mystery team is. They're going to be trying to back away, and unfortunately, we are noticing that Team 11 was eliminated.
Team 11 was eliminated. Then again, Team 11, I think they were the ones playing the Wraith that were getting shot at as they used the evac. Yeah, that Wraith's weird thing where you can like the voices tell you like to dodge didn't help. It didn't.
Yeah, no, Wraith, as much as I love Wraith, you know, classic legend, the OGs came out 2019 with the release of the game. But I don't know if that's going to be working out here because this Void character is going to be heavily capitalizing off of the arc snare. Unfortunately, we are going to be seeing a knock here on perhaps either side and potentially even a third party. That Newcastle definitely needs to get out of here, and that's going to be a knock onto Newcastle. Now, I don't know what team this is. I believe this might be the team that we were seeing perform really, really well yesterday.
Well, no, this is Team 20. This is the team that just won.
That's true.
This is the team, they decided to switch it up. They kept the Ashe Crypto, but instead of going Rampart for, you know, like rock strategies is what I'm just going to call. I'm going to call them rock strategies now. They decided to go for Newcastle for even bigger rock strategies.
Well, notice that the Crypto was able to pick up banners here. Now, perhaps maybe not the best amount of synergies that were being capitalized.
You just got to play it nah and win. Like, what are you doing if you're not playing like that? We see one of my favorite guns, the longbow.
Longbow.
I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent. I like the longbow because of the funny sound it makes.
It is very good sound
It's a
design.
satisfying sound. I like to call it the funny sound because you'll recognize it when you hear it, but it sounds somewhat similar to like the 30-30 at too far of a distance. So you think like, oh, they're shooting a 30-30, and then you go up close and they hit you with a longbow and knock you.
I mean, personally, my heart sinks whenever I hear a marksman or a sniper rifle.
Oh,
I'm very much a Watson player, and for anyone destroying my fences from far away, I'm like, man, that hurts.
Panic. Oh, we do see a massive fight coming in.
That was a huge thermite coming out from the team that was pushing in. This team 2 is trying to hold their position here inside of Countdown. They're going to be backing up. They realize they've taken a little bit too much damage, need to give up a little bit of space here, but that Beast of the Hunt is going to be coming out. Now remember, in the most recent patch, Bloodhound cannot see through smokes.
But it looks like he doesn't need to, as they're going to try and push around side onto the Bloodhound. During Beast of the Hunt, not a good idea.
Definitely not a good idea. And with this Bloodhound out of position, taking that EMP straight to the face,
no, he EMP eliminated,
more space.
I don't think the EMP got off in time.
I don't know.
It wouldn't have... Then again, Crypto's EMP is a little weird. When I think EMPs, I think disabling abilities.
We're going to be seeing a knock on both sides of the team. That Newcastle is going to have to try to get that reset as soon as possible, but instead they go for the push onto that second, and right now it's going to be a 2v1. Going for the finish, gonna do the armor swap.
Armor swap is the smart idea, especially if they have purple. Why? Oh, that
Lifeline pushing in with an unreloaded rampage. Now that was truthfully.
I think it's even funnier when the Newcastle is coming in with like a lever action. It's just like, what do you do? Didn't it have increased fire rate as well?
Slightly.
I think its rate of fire was increased, and ROF over everything. that's the way I put it. The faster the gun fires, the better it is.
Hey, that stonks. That's
stonks.
Net profit on the damage ratio.
EA literally said, hey, you give me recoil, I give you increased rate of fire.
Now, I think I was actually wrong here about the zone pull. This zone pull is not pulling towards Landslide, and in fact, is going towards, I think, Grandma's house, towards that exact pinpoint in the middle of the map.
I forget, we call it Grandma's house.
It is Grandma's. What is maybe available? Now, this Conduit, really their only play here is either Rat or find a Replicator here.
Team 20, though, they are aggressive. Their Crypto is so aggressive. Especially with those drones. Does he not? Oh, he does. Turn around, buddy. Oh.
And that is going to be a team wipe here onto Team 8. Unfortunate.
Team 8 was not expecting it. It's turn around, man. You're getting shot in the back.
I mean, what can you really do? You know, that EMP, the caustic smoke, so much visual clutter, and that's a part of Apex, unfortunately. You're just so much going on. You need to basically split your attention.
He was fighting his teammate on stairs anyways, so it's like, oh boy. But, 3 hostiles detected. We see Team 13, 2 red Evo. That's quite good.
Well, Team 13 has been taking quite a few fights here. 4 KP off that Bloodhound alone.
Ooh, we like seeing that. But, you know, one of the biggest things we need to see is how they maneuver into zone to deal with, you know, these bloodthirsty teams like Team 20, these teams that are ratting and trying their best to reposition or doing whatever this is.
Unfortunately, I don't think Team 7 is going to be staying for very much time here. They're going to be trying to find a way out of the situation. But what can you really do? You're outside of ring. You're outside of zone. You don't have ult as Valkyrie, and you still got, at the very least, 18% off. If you're lucky, you're going to be able to rip that Valk ult. But where do you even land at this point? You still got 7 squads left, 19 players alive.
19 players. That's the difference makers. Now it's like, if this Valk up as I speak.
We jinxed it.
Caster Curse. We love it, folks. Team 5, though. Ashe, Rampart, and Crypto. They're copying the strategy of Team 20 from the Stormpoint game.
Extremely defensive, but I don't dislike it.
Yeah, no, especially because Sheila. I mean, who doesn't love Sheila?
This Ashe is going to be providing them a couple opportunities to teleport into zone. And with them being held out and with ring closing in the next 15 seconds here, they're going to have to figure out what the move is here. If they're able to get some really good entry damage, they might be able to take that RV from the other squad.
Oh, 100%. The rate, ranking points and kill points are extremely important. As double Rampart teams fighting through the Rampart glass. Oh, was the Arc Snare just shot out of her hand? I don't think I've ever seen that before. The Ashe Snare not being shot out of somebody's hand is interesting.
I always love seeing Ashe. As a huge Titanfall fan,
I still don't know how she survived that.
I don't know either. You play as Jack Cooper, and I think something happens to Ashe. Something happens to Ashe. Not going to spoil that for the people who haven't played Titanfall 2 yet, but we are going to be seeing 5 squads converging here into this final ring. Now, the zone is looking like it's going to converge onto this mountain peak here. And so whatever team that might be able to get a hold of that high ground, get on top of that mountain that's covered by the banners, will most definitely be really well positioned for an end zone here.
This is really interesting, though, seeing a Horizon with a conduit and a lifeline. We're looking at really more of this movement-based team rather than like a positioning-based team, in all honesty.
Definitely.
Because you're looking at the vertical jumps with the Horizon tactical, and Conduit's Q being able to keep that shield up.
Now, we did see 2 people die to zone here, and that's exactly what I was meaning. We're getting into the zone here is going to be extremely difficult. That Horizon is going to be put down to 1 HP, and that's going to be a fight on the east side of zone.
Well, east side of zone fight. Looks like that was Team 13 going down finally. And a long and hard battle, sadly lost.
This team that's on the RV is definitely going to be the best position here. They have views over all the choke points, both front and back. And that team that was on the backside, that's over on the east side of zone, may or may not be able to pick this RV, completely off guard. It's definitely going to be up to how they're going to approach the situation here. And with the Crypto EMP being completely destroyed, those Rampart walls are going to stay up.
Rampart walls are one of the most interesting factors about this matchup. Rampart walls, they increase damage shot through window, but only on the side of the person behind them as Rampart goes down.
Yeah, exactly how I said. That team that was over on the east side of zone, they're coming in. They're coming in for that fight. They want to kill that team that was over around the RV, and that's going to be a huge fight. That team that was looking at them from the north, they're thinking they want to capitalize on this, and it's going to suddenly be a 3-team fight here.
We're watching a massive chaos here. Shots going out, EMPs going off, arc snares going down. Who's going to win? We see 4, I think that's 4 drops right there. Now they're trying to push in, takes out another squad. That is Team 5 going out. And it looks like Team 20 again! Again!
2 in a row.
2 times!
Dos.
2 times!
Team 20 definitely showed a lot of
thought Team
dominance
20
here.
was still waiting. They pushed in and just ran. Rushed them down.
That's the thing about Newcastle here. On top of all the defensive abilities that Newcastle has, he also takes 15% reduced damage. And Newcastle on red armor, definitely not to be underestimated when he has a shotgun in hand and he's looking at you with a mean mug.
It's like playing. It's like the way to think about it is like when you see Newcastle with a shotgun, right? It's like being a Covenant in Halo and you see Master Chief just slowly walking towards you with an energy sword. It's horrifying. It's a horrifying experience.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Like, you don't know what to do because it's like your gun isn't going to do much unless you have your whole squad just firing.
Most definitely. Now, I think Team 20 is definitely feeling super relieved that that team on the east side of zone definitely decided to come in when they did, because they were potentially going to be held up by that Rampart squad. As soon as that third party came in, wiped the team that was in the RV, or at the very least weakened them, that was Team 20's opportunity to come in from the front and just pretty much capitalize off that opportunity. Excellently played, couldn't have been better. Team 20 definitely showing a dominant performance here in this round of matches.
Let's take a look at that match summary real fast so we can see how exactly dominant they were in that. 15. That's more than the lobby. That's more than like hybrid, and car is best for ADS.
Most definitely. Now, I'm most definitely going to be curious to see if we're going to be seeing any sort of final contests here. I'm definitely taking a look over at Launchpad. That's over on the southeast.
As a gunfight kicks off.
Ooh, we're going to be taking a look over here on Thunderwatch.
Thunderwatch. Hey, there's that Thunderwatch. I saw a Mastiff pick up. Who knows?
It's going to be a very difficult situation because the team that was able to land on high ground is definitely going to be having access to much more loot, and that's going to be someone coming around the backside. With only a Prowler and the Gibby having an RE45, Team 18 is going to be a little bit worse for wear.
But I don't think that's a bad thing. Once again, I bring up the Prowler. You can see it Powerhouse. Unless he gets flanked from behind here, the Bangalore going down. Don't res. Do not res. That's a bad position.
Huge pump coming out of the Mastiff, and that's going to be the Gibby that's going to be the last one alive. This Wraith is going to have to make something happening here, and that's going to be a phase going out. Now, with the Gibby being a support legend, this Wraith could entirely just make their escape, try to find a replicator, and try to reset for their entire squad. But I don't know if this team that was contesting them is going to be trying to... I think I hear a charge rifle.
Oh, just
able to get away.
barely. They're not shooting pigeons. They're shooting air right there. What those air particles do to you?
Well, over here in Command Center, we're going to be seeing Team 17 composing of the Octane, Rampart, Bloodhound. Very, very curious choices here, but the Octane does allow for very, very quick rotations. How useful is that going to be here on Stormpoint? We're going to have to see.
I would say it's pretty useful because being able to jump over certain areas. One thing I have also been noticing that I would like to point out, I just saw it on the Bloodhound, R99 Sentinel.
I like that. I really like that.
Good.
Well, the Sentinel is definitely going to be one of those weapons that we won't see it much, but the people who are going to be using it are going to be hitting hard. A full charged headshot with the Sentinel is going to be a 156 damage. That is pretty much a Kraber to the dome.
It's a mini Kraber.
Basically.
And now we could call it the baby Kraber.
The baby Kraber. You pair that with a Rampart wall, and that might potentially be your entry damage to be able to take this fight. And that is going to be Team 20 contested over here on Launchpad, and that's going to be the Rampart going down.
Ooh, but it looks like they could consider. I do see a Rampage R99 combo.
It is currently a 2v2, and this Catalyst is going to try to reset, try to deal as much damage as they possibly can. And Team 20 is going to be trying to make it as... Ooh!
Team 20.
Trying to make as much of an exit as they possibly can, and that's going to be another knock onto Team 20. Team 20 might possibly be going out early here. The Ash, the only one alive.
Ash with the alternator.
Ash with the alternator. Catalyst wall coming up, and Team 20 eliminated from the lobby early. Now, Team 2 is definitely going to be engaging in this fight here, and this might either be a tactic to try to keep that other team out, but I think a lot of teams are very much ignoring where this team is, where this ring is pulling to. Team 19 going to the bottom over here into Thunderwatch, and something needs to be said about the fact that this is going to be a northern ring pull. If it were me, I would try to make my way over to Wall or potentially even Lightning Rod as soon as possible to, at the very least, put myself in the best position to pretty much eliminate any sort of walk-ups.
Oh, yeah. You got to put yourself in a position where no team can flank you. But, or if they do try, you know where they'll be flanking from.
More people. As these teams are converging onto down Bs, we're going to be seeing Rolling Thunder coming down here, trying to steal positions from the other teams that are currently in these buildings. And these teams are most definitely going to be a little bit antsy here, starting to rub shoulders a little bit, kind of saying like, hey, how much do I give? How much do I pull? And maybe even just stay in their positions here.
Is that Team 15 goes down? I don't think that was
Team 18, Team 15. That is, in fact, two squads that are going to be.
But that's not our duo team of Team 13. With a rolling thunder of their own. Team 19 hanging on for dear to life. Maybe the Bloodhound just being able to camp down there is the viable strategy? What do you think?
I think so. Truthfully, the people who are best positioned in this spot here is probably going to be Team 2. Team 3, definitely a little bit worse for wear. That's going to be a solo Revenant. And with no more mobile respawn beacons on the map, I don't know if any resets are going to be coming out here. The teams that are definitely going to be a full 3-stack are going to be the most advanced, you know, having the most advantage in this position. Bottom and top down beast. What else do you do?
I mean, top down beast is just, it's high ground, but the problem is because they have that high ground, everybody's going to be gunning for them. Everybody wants that.
Everyone wants it.
That's a position everybody wants to be in. Now, I think the position you need to be in, Team 3 going down, the position you need to be in is those buildings.
Yeah. Definitely not the position that Team 3 needed to be in. They made an attempt.
The team learned. They learned what happens.
With 6 squads in our final zone, 15 players alive, we're going to see a couple of squads that are incomplete. A couple of solos, perhaps a couple of duos.
I think they did. It looks like the duo down there did spot out somebody.
And that was a solo from Team 19.
Yeah, the
5 squads alive.
Yeah, all right. So, we'll start with coming in 13th place. We have the Augusta Gnome Blaze. Coming in 10th place are the Augusta. Oh, see, I lost my glasses. Are the Augusta Gnome Ants.
Oh, 10. I was like, I heard that wrong.
The point differential between these are between 1 and 5.
Oh my God.
You guys are all super close.
That was good.
All right. So for 7, we have the Augusta Gnome Mowers.
Gavin, stop.
Sleeper team.
And coming in 2nd, we have Franklin Phoenix.
Oh my God.
That was good.
That was Hollywood right there. It got me. My heart sank.
Obviously, and then first is the Gnome Darts.
No.
Best birthday ever.
We're going to have to wait till like 7 o'clock to do anything.
It's Link's birthday, yes. Hold it up, hold it up. Good job, Aiden.
I wish I was there too, bro. I'm sorry.
Watch that road.
I know.
2, 3. Happy birthday, John!